Okay, so we're going to work on a refresher course on how to tile print in InDesign. And this is where we want to get to. And I'll backtrack to show you how I got to this point. I'm going to print this photo. This photo is giant right now, so close it out. Start with a new document. Remember, it defaults into picas, and we're not going to fiddle with picas because it's unfamiliar to us. I want it to be 24 inches wide, so 24 IN, and it will convert to picas for me by 18 inches tall. And there's my workspace. Now it's just a matter of finding the file that you want to place, and I can either go File, Place, and go locate that file, or I can have a heads up, like right here is the photo that I'm going to place. So I'm just going to click and drag, and I'm going to come to the very corner of my document, hold the Shift down, and drag to the other boundary of my document and let go. So now I've got this photograph that is the size of my document. If I need to adjust the size a little bit, you got to remember that in InDesign, there are two ways that you have to fiddle with the image. The bounding box, which is the blue outer border, I can make it bigger, but the size of the photo didn't change. So I made that slightly bigger to fit the paper better. Now if I want to change the size of the image inside the bounding box, I have to double click on the image, and now you see the boundary is gold. So now I'm going to stretch the gold bounding box, and you see now the photo got slightly larger. So now it's fitting my poster board a little bit better. I realize I distorted it, but it's not that big a deal. It's just for demonstration purposes. So now it's just a matter of going to the Command P or up to the Print dialog, and then going to the Setup menu. In the Setup menu, there's a button marked Tile, and a 9 pica overlap is giant, so I'm going to reduce that down to a 0.5 IN, and it'll change that to a different measurement for me, a 3 pica, or 3 pica. And then I'm going to change, I don't want to do 9 pieces of paper for my 18 by 24. It would be easier if I could get that down to 4. So I'm going to change the paper from US letter to tabloid. So now over here you can see I'm going to have 4 pieces of paper. It's going to be much easier to tile. So at this point I just hit print, and it runs out 4 pieces of paper with even overlaps with little bleeds and marks on them that I can line up. You're going to trim off the extra white and glue it all down to your poster board. That's it.